And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The View from Here Behind Enemy Lines. All right, two things I want to get to before we get into the meat of the matter. One is, you see my shirt? It's in Portuguese. It says, "Come calate." What that means, what that translates to English is, "Shut up and eat." Okay.
Okay.
I got it. It only cost me a few bucks, not the normal price for a T-shirt, because I was getting a T-shirt for somebody else, and it said, "Oh, you can get this for only I think it was $5, $7, whatever." I said, "Yeah, what the hell? Why not?" So I picked this one.
Were
Anyway,
you in Portugal?
I what?
Were you in Portugal just now?
No.
Okay.
I ordered it from a guy who's got an Instagram page. He does Portuguese foods and stuff, and he started with a shirt that said, "What the hell's the other one?" "Vamos embora, caralho," which means "Let's get going, dickhead."
How about this one? You should have gotten a T-shirt that said, "Take your mask off. You're not the Lone Ranger."
No, the Lone Ranger didn't wear a mask like that. Lone Ranger wore the raccoon mask. Okay,
I hear
the
what
Lone
you.
Ranger was not wearing one of those. I believe in Fauci masks.
Oh yeah.
Piece of
Yep.
shit. Anyway, okay. I want to do a quick tribute to Dolly Parton, who left us today, 80 years old, and she seemed in great shape and everything, but I don't know what the cause of death was. But 80 years old, she she did a lot for a lot of people. She gave a lot of money to charities and so forth. I understand her. She's got her Dolly Wood thing, which is like a Disney World competitor.
Right.
But people say it's better in different ways, because for one thing, it's nowhere near as expensive. And I think I read somewhere that certain groups of people, or maybe people are free during certain days or something. It's free to go in. They don't rip you off like Disney does. Anyway,
I'd like to say that I disagree with you on one point, and that is when you said she's no longer with us. Her music is going to live on.
yes,
And
yes.
she
and her
did.
memory too.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Fine. So anyway, the thing is that another thing is that she was an international star. She wasn't just an American star. She
Yeah.
broke through that glass window, the ceiling. The glass ceiling. So she was very capable. She's a smart girl. She lived a good, powerful, and successful life. There's nothing to feel sorry about. That woman lived 10 times as long as anybody else her age. She had a full life. She was powerful. And I'm not a fan, but I have to admit, every once in a while, there's a song I hear from her, and I have to say, I really like it. But I'm not a country western fan, so there you go.
Right.
Golly.
That's okay. I mean, it wasn't just the music. I mean, she was also a good actress. From all accounts, she was a wonderful person, and she's going to be missed. It's unfortunate that we lose people like her rather than certain Hollywood leftist curs who seem to be around forever. But, well, that's talk for another podcast.
She was gorgeous to the day she died.
Yeah, she was. She was. Oh, she was so big then. I remember her talking to Carson one time on Johnny Carson's show. And he said, "Well, have you always been this healthy?" He put it right. Didn't want to say, "Did you always have big breasts?" And she said, "I used to be bigger." And he goes, "Bigger?" Yeah, she had breast reduction surgery. And that's where a joke that I saw that she told years ago when she was younger was, I was among the first to burn my bra. It took firemen 4 days to put it out.
Right.
Well, all right, let's get into the meat of the matter. Speaking of women, now we go to another one who doesn't deserve to be considered a woman. That woman who, what's her name? Lindsay Clancy, who strangled her 3 children, including the baby, who's 2 months old. Okay, strangled them one by one. And then she supposedly attempted to commit suicide by jumping out a second floor window. And I've seen many of her supporters describing she was crawling out of the window and then she let herself go limp and fall, which, as Crowder pointed out on today's show, or yesterday's show, sounds like somebody who was, oh, we lost Michael. I don't know what happened here. Here he comes. All right, what happened?
I got tired of what you were saying.
Why? No, I'm saying that that it looks like she seemed to try to commit suicide, but it was more like somebody who was hoping that she wouldn't kill her.
It's real simple. Regardless of whether she was in her full faculties, which I find impossible to believe, or whether she's mentally ill, okay, she did kill her 3 children. First of all, what I think the first thing you should do is you should remove her eggs. Okay, you should sterilize her. That woman should never have children again. That might actually help her out psychologically. Now, the thing is that she jumped out of a second story window. Okay, I don't know where she fell, but I don't know. People come up with all these fantasies. You jump
She's
out,
paralyzed down.
Well, then it mattered. So the point is, perhaps she did. It seems like she tried to commit suicide. Either that or she got clumsy.
But I don't think she did.
Well,
that was my point.
I have enough evidence to make that decision. But the point is that that's what happened. She should be sterilized. We don't know if she's mentally ill. If she is mentally ill, then
you have to be mentally ill to do what she did.
Exactly. So that by de facto means that she should not be killed, but I would sterilize her for sure, just to protect anybody from.
But there are a lot of women out there who are holding her up as a heroine and saying she shouldn't be convicted of murder or manslaughter or whatever it is.
Are we talking about her or her grisly fan club? I'm talking about her. This is what should happen to her.
No, we're talking about her. Well, we were talking about her, but the biggest problem is her so-called fan club.
Right.
They are crazy defending what she did.
Right, which means they all should be on some sort of watch list. So this way, they don't kill a child randomly. That's a sign that these people are in love with murder.
Yeah, there were some women there holding their own children. And like Crowder said, those children should be taken away from them.
Yeah,
if they feel this way about Clancy.
Yeah, they're again, it's suicidal empathy. I'm going to feel sorry for this other person, no matter what, and that is a form of madness in and of itself. So
yeah, and this madness is what's giving us Democrat socialists around the country. It's what's giving us Muslim politicians who are destroying our culture from within. Okay, it's mainly because of these women who are just insane, really. And studies have shown that polls that have been taken, liberal women, so-called liberal women, are 70-something% of them admit to being on some sort of therapy or whatever for mental problems. Okay, and these people are voting.
Well, there you go. So the thing is that okay, you hit a lot of subjects there. When is it determined whether or not you're fit to vote? Is a person in a mental institution denied, or are they allowed to vote? If they're allowed to vote, then we clearly don't have a competency option, and it's all catch as catch can. But one thing at a time, I would say, straighten out this woman, make sure that she can't have any more children, because if she does have that kind of postpartum, okay, then clearly she is a devouring mother.
Well, here's another thing. You know that she's a registered nurse? Yeah, so she knew exactly how to get help for her mental problems if she wanted. She apparently went and spoke to several doctors till she got doctors who would prescribe certain antidepressants that she wanted.
You can't expect rational thinking from a crazy person, regardless of what her medical expertise is, and it certainly wasn't in psychology.
She may be crazy, but she's also a psychopath. Okay.
Old school is you throw her on a pile of wood and you light her up. Okay, that's old school. We don't do that anymore. Again, I think the number one problem is you have to secure her so she can't get next to any other kids, and you have to make sure she can't have any more. And as for her sicko fan club, that's a different conversation. Those people should move to Massachusetts, so this way they can kill their children up to 27 years after they're born.
No, there are people now who are speculating. I wonder when I've seen memes saying next thing they're going to do is you have up to till the kid's 6 months to decide whether you want to keep them or not. Okay.
Well, as far as I'm concerned,
and you know what? Unfortunately, it's not funny because there are probably people out there who would agree with that shit.
Well, here's the thing: the child has a Social Security number. Okay, so they are officially signed in as an American citizen.
Once they get a Social Security number, they don't always get it till you apply for it.
No,
the parents have to apply for it. Maybe that would be a protection for the kid because, you just killed another taxpayer. We can't have that. Okay.
It's very simple. It's infants. I don't know the proper pronunciation, but it's infanticide or something like that.
Infanticide.
Yeah. So.
Hold on. Sorry. So on my phone went off. Video started.
Murder, clear and simple, and the fact that I can't argue my point to a level that will satisfy these other people who are in agreement with killing children up to the moment of birth doesn't change the fact that it's still wrong. Okay? I'm not going to convince them. I'm not going to convince a lot of people. I don't have to. I'm going to take a side. Quite simply, it's murder. And I'll even go a little bit further. I'll say once you cross the, let's say, once you cross the 4th month, it's murder at that point. You know, when you're showing and everything, at least maybe even the 5th month. We need for once in our life to have the goddamn medical associations out there give us real information. If you're ripping this child apart, and just, the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. An abortion is not the same as a birth. You don't take the whole baby out in one shot. You rip it apart. You saw it apart. You break it.
And it is sentient at that point.
It's certainly feeling something. So the thing is that it's got a heartbeat, all that stuff. They're saying that there's brain activity around 5th month. Okay. So the thing is that
this is why places like Planned Parenthood and other abortion mills do not show the mother a sonogram of the child, because it's been proven that if a sonogram is taken of a child, in most cases, the vast majority of cases, the mother decides against abortion.
I think we should allow abortions up to the 9th month under the stipulation that you strangle the mother. You want to kill the baby? You got to go with
that would be in line with what the British did to stop the Indians from killing widows, because when a guy died in India, they would kill the widow as well. All right, they'd put her on the barge and burn both of them, burn her alive. And then the British said, okay, well, if that's how you want to do it, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So when a woman dies, the husband will have to die too. All of a sudden, the Indians said, "No, you know what? Well, we can do without killing the widows. It's okay."
What about the rights of the father? What about the rights of the father?
Oh, they say you don't have a right. If you don't give birth, if you don't carry the child, you don't have a right to you don't have a say in it. Well, let's apply that to the Second Amendment. If you do not own a gun, you have no right to say anything about guns. How's that?
How about
Tit
this?
for tat.
If they say, well, if you're not the one giving birth, then you don't have a right. Well, then how all of a sudden do we have these phrases that we're pregnant? I'm sorry, if we're pregnant and that's my pregnancy as well, then screw you, literally. Then that's my baby too. So the thing is, if you know who the father is, the father should have a say, certainly, you know.
Yeah, the father might want to raise the child himself without the mother involved. Oh, an interesting statistic I heard yesterday. Do you know that single mothers are more likely to abuse their children than single fathers? And
No, I didn't know that.
It's like 70-something% of women abuse single mothers have been guilty of abusing their children, as opposed to, I think it's 24% of single fathers. All right.
You know why, don't you? Because
they're freaking insane.
Women, they have difficulty with children, and men don't, because men are used to dealing with idiots.
They deal with the women. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just one more idiot in the bunch.
Yeah. Well, the women will argue the opposite, because they'll say, for example, why did God make you so beautiful? And the woman will answer, well, he made me beautiful so that you'd be attracted to me, and he made me stupid. No, how can you be so beautiful and so stupid? I'm sorry, I screwed up that joke again.
She did.
And she said, they made me stupid so I'd be in love with you.
You're right.
But, well, let's erase that. I don't know. I might even go back and actually cut this part out, which I never do. But right. That was so bad. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so what else were we talking about? The women who were surrounding the stupid governor in Massachusetts when she signed this in.
There were 26.
That was an evil conclave of witches. Okay, that was evil, completely taking over that room, applauding that you could kill a child right up to the time that it's about to be born. You agree? Disagree?
How can I disagree?
Yeah. You're sane.
Well, here's the thing.
You're not a liberal leftist woman.
it's just that, first of all, there were no men in that room. Okay, only women. Okay, so they've excluded men from the conversation. Okay, because they think that they have the right. I had a philosophical argument with this woman about abortion, and she ran out of arguments. So she simply said, a man doesn't have a right to say anything about it. That's all there is to it. My body, my choice. And I said, I'm sorry, but we're having a dialogue right now. The whole point of this is to have a dialogue. So by default, yeah, I have a right, simply because we're in a dialogue. The thing is that when you exclude people from having a dynamic dialogue, it doesn't keep them out of the conversation. You just aren't listening. The thing is that now I understand that pregnancy is no small matter, especially if you're a single mother. Maybe if we had a more ethical country here, maybe if we were more moral as a people, there would be so many single women running around pregnant that are in despair. If I was a single woman, I would not want to raise a child by myself. I wouldn't want that. So I do feel for them in that regard. But this kind of...
but some of these women are married and they just don't want to have a kid, period.
That's something else. But my main point is that I know somebody who did that, okay, that got pregnant, never told their husband, and got an abortion.
Yes.
Okay, so like somebody. So the thing is that here's the thing: women have opportunity. That's the one thing they have. It's in their body. Okay, they're walking around the street with it. They can go someplace and get an abortion, or jump up and down and pick up a refrigerator and hopefully cause a premature birth. But the point is that they have the opportunity. It's in their body, et cetera, et cetera. Clearly, if we're going to hand out percentages, we would say they have the majority. Okay? So, but the thing is that our society is not nurturing when it comes to children. We don't really take care of our children. Go to a drag show where there's children there. And that dumb creature telling everybody that she brought her child to a drag show and it's just entertainment. You've seen that one, right?
Well, she's a politician too. She's a socialist, a Democrat socialist.
Well, she's not much of a politician as she opens up that big stupid yap of hers and tells everybody
they don't care. They're not even hiding it anymore.
Good. So now we know who to point the finger at. So the thing is that I do have compassion for women that are pregnant, that are single. We don't like that thanks to what is that? Controlled parenting. These organizations that help you get abortions. You basically ruined entire cultures by basically having women become promiscuous, okay, and having to carry the burden. So that I do feel sorry for the women in that regard. So I think men need to be more responsible and don't just screw anything that moves. I know that's in your genes, but stay out of their genes. And the other thing is, if ladies, just try to be a little bit more conservative in your sexual escapades. There are ways to have sex with people that doesn't necessarily lead to a pregnancy. So there's that. And also try to, I think women in the 40s appeared, I don't know if it's true or not, appeared to be more discerning when it came to men. And I think that's something that has been lost. Women have lost control of their sexual appetites. And
they've lost it because of the hippie in the 60s, the free love thing and all that. And right. Also, remember, LBJ and the Democrats were directly responsible for the Great Society, which destroyed families, specifically black families, because they created the welfare state. And if you have a man in the house, you can't get welfare. So the man is not around. Woman gets all this money every time she pops out her child, and there's no end to it. There's no limit.
I don't.
And then they don't have a father to teach them discipline and to teach them the difference between right and wrong. Basically, the mothers, most of the mothers, I'm sure, try, but a lot of them, I've seen their attitudes is, oh no, my child's not going to take. I knew a girl I worked with. She taught her son when he was little. Somebody insults you or whatever, you attack him, you hit him. The kid was 9, 10 years old. She's already telling, don't talk, just strike out. That's bullshit. That's how you get chaos in society.
Absolutely. The good news is this Saturday we're going to be recording a parenting episode in our Lofty League of Lessons. So you can learn how to parent through that and laugh the entire time.
I got even better news. We are trying to get. We do have Dr. Robert Malone and his wife are going to be coming on our podcasts in the near future, in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be an interesting thing for those of you who don't know who Dr. Malone is. He was one of the people who pioneered the mRNA vaccine. He was also against using the vaccine to treat COVID. He was against using the test that they were using to determine COVID. And it's going to be an interesting conversation. And he and his wife will be on. They just wrote a book together, so we're going to be discussing their book.
Just remember that he went ahead and he stood against this corrupt system that was out to basically destroy us.
Monolithic system.
Yeah, and the corrupt system. And the thing is that he stood. He was courageous. He was heroic. He was honest. He is just an amazing human being. And we
tried to crush him.
We are supremely honored
to
have him on our podcast. And hopefully Roy will not make an ass out of himself as usual.
Speaking of asses, there was one more abortion type thing. John Oliver, that weasel, that piece of crap, that if I ever saw him on the street, I'd probably backhand him. All right? That lying sack of shit, that limey piece of shit.
Okay.
He said this one black woman, I don't have her name here, but she has been arrested because she had a miscarriage. Totally lying about the situation. What happened was she had a miscarriage because she was taking meth. And it's not her first miscarriage, apparently. Anyway, she was taking meth and she miscarried. She tried to flush the baby down the toilet. It wouldn't work. So she got rid of him some other way, but she got caught. And she got arrested and charged with manslaughter because she was taking meth and killed the kid and then tried to hide the fact that the child had died. And that's why she really got arrested. But this piece of crap, Oliver, is lying to the American public, and he's got a national platform on which to do it. And, he gets away with this crap.
What was the lie he said?
He said she was arrested because she miscarried. That the abortion laws are so bad that she miscarried and she got arrested. Bullshit. Okay? I'd kick him in the balls if he were right here, right now. Okay?
Then he'd miscarry.
If he has any balls.
He does in the evenings close to his chin. But anyway, that's the end of that.
Yeah, that's okay. No more of that stuff. Let's get on to something. Oh, and also those wackos who were supporting Clancy, they were all dressed in pink. I saw some men out there too, dressed all in pink, supporting her. And some of these women are claiming that the husband is the one who strangled the kids, not her.
Here's the thing.
She admitted to it, but it was the husband who did it. Okay.
There is an investigation in the idea that he might have left knowing that she was going to strangle the children and just wasn't on the scene.
Do you know what this man did? What this man did? He took leave from work to help her with the baby, with the new baby. He was working from home. He had the option to work from home, so he worked from home to help her out with the children. Okay, he did everything he could. He bent over backwards to help out, and she still had this, this postpartum depression, which drove her to kill the children.
Are you his defense now? Because you said
I'm just saying it's ridiculous for them to blame a man who did all he could to help out his wife during this time of postpartum depression.
We're not.
She just didn't want the kids, didn't want to be a mother again.
What I'll tell you is there's an investigation and the possibility that he knew what the outcome was going to be, and he left because he didn't want to be included in
I didn't hear about that. All I know is that he was home to try and help her.
I haven't seen the evidence. All I can say is that I don't know. It sounds a little weird to me too.
Yeah, well, to me it sounds like bullshit.
Past babies.
Yeah,
I'm done with the babies.
All right, let's see. Oh, here's one that should have been aborted years ago. Fauci. His lawyers. Now, Fauci was making more than the president of the United States for years and years. Any president that he served under, and he made millions, if not billions, off the vaccines during the COVID thing. Yet his lawyers have started a GoFundMe to help him with his attorney bills because he can't afford to pay his attorneys.
And why not?
That's got to be shut down, that crap. And there are people who are sending money, just like they are sending money, by the way. They sent $800,000 to Clancy.
Yeah, okay, but the fact of the matter is that he's well within his rights to do that. So whether you like it or not, and by the
The
way,
guy's got millions. There should be no reason for a GoFundMe. Anybody who gives him a penny, even if they believe in him, okay, is really damn stupid.
well, you know what? You may not like what he's doing, but he's doing it anyway. This is his.
The guy's got millions.
This is Fauci's fetus. Okay, okay. So if you like, there, bang goes. He's gone. Oh, there's a magnet in here. Holy smoke! I didn't know there was a magnet.
His scumbag wife is another one like him. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let's get on to another piece of crap. Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota, who's leaving in a couple of months because he's out now. He got primaried out. He has banned mining in Minnesota.
Heard about that.
Now, what this does is he's doing this as a revenge for not being elected governor again. So he's like Hitler. You know, if I can't run Germany, I'm going to destroy it as I leave. Okay, I'm going to take it down with me. So he's destroying the miners and their union, and he's also at the same time, and this may be his main motivation. I think this is my opinion. He's helping China because now China is going to step in and provide those whatever it was that the miners in Minnesota were getting out of the ground. Okay, he is another POS.
Well, the good news is he's not going to be around forever, and the other thing is that Minnesota got what it asked for. You know,
it's crazy.
They voted him in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least now they voted him out. Thank God.
Yeah. Well, it's and so the other thing is that what the hell does Minnesota mine?
I don't know. You want? I can ask Grok or ChatGPT.
I can actually look it up.
All right, look it
up. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Actually, that covers everything I'd written down about everything so far. But speaking of these crazy women on the left that are electing all these social democrats and Muslims and other people who want to destroy our country from within and who blatantly say so, all right, we have to get out and vote. Not just I mean, the men have to get out and vote. Women are taking it more seriously, their vote, than men are. So we have to get the men to come out. Otherwise, we could lose the country. If the Democrats win the midterms and flip the Congress, we're going to see more useless and waste of taxpayer money with more impeachments against President Trump. Okay, and they're going to hamstring him. We can't allow that to happen. Okay, he's been single-handedly saving the country from what Biden and his controllers.
By the way, I found a complete list of all the mines in Minnesota. You want me to go through there? I'm not going to mention their names. I'm just going to say how many mines there are and what they are mining for. Okay?
Yeah, that's all we need.
All right, here we go. Number one, we're talking about 42 tampon mines. I wasn't aware.
I knew you were going to bring up tampons.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Here's another one. There's 32 of these. It's Somali mines. That's where you dig these Somalis out of the dirt and bring them into the light. Over here, then we have shotgun mines. All the mines that make shotguns. But the thing is, all the shotguns have to be held upside down. So when you saw that picture of Tampon Tim carrying the upside down shotgun, that's the way they're designed, upside down. So,
any mines on stolen valor?
Oh wow! Actually, there's not one mine, but there's 162. Oh, I didn't know that. And you know what? What? They're broken down into different into different branches. They have minds for each branch. Oh, here's lying about one's history. Did you know that Tim Walz was also black? He's also black. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I know he's gay as he's gay as anything.
He's Puerto Rican. He's also Native American. He's
are you confusing him with Elizabeth Warren?
No. They're sisters. Since they follow a Somali culture, they're screwing each other. There you go. So anyway, and one last mine all by itself, and that is a coal mine. So that's it. That's everything. I hope people appreciate it.
Okay, I just asked Grok, and Minnesota has ferrous and non-ferrous or metallic and industrial mining, mineral mining. Iron ore and taconite, non-ferrous metals like copper, nickel, platinum group metals, manganese, titanium, and others. And industrial minerals. Where the hell? Oh, I thought you left. Construction aggregate, peat, kaolin, clay, dimension and landscape, and silica. And it says there are no coal mines. Why?
Yeah, but here's the thing: what gives him the right to shut down even one mine? So the thing,
exactly,
he's full of shit.
He's prohibited mining in that state. See, and I'll be surprised that the miners don't grab him and put him in a mine and blow it up.
I think you have
not that I'm trying to give anybody an idea, because I don't want to go to jail.
You did, but the point is that I think the lieutenant governor ought to push him out of office and say that he is overstepping his power and just get his mangy.
I think he should push him out of office if his office is on an upper level floor. Okay, then push him out of the office.
No, I think the best thing to do is send him to jail. You know, with a case of jail.
Yeah, but he'd enjoy it there because he'd be getting it up the wazoo.
Good. Then let him have it.
And then, he could take his tampons with him to stop the bleeding.
You do understand when you get screwed in jail, it's not lovemaking, okay?
Oh, what the hell is this? Unstable connection, try switching networks. Recording quality is safe. I don't know what's going on today with this thing. Let's see. Reconnect. Reconnect what? Move to switcher. I'm afraid to reconnect because it might just shut down the podcast. So anyway, do we have anything else to talk about on this show?
No.
I think we covered just about everything.
We covered everything.
Not quite. Well, almost everything. One more thing. Getting back again, I can't let this go like a pit bull. The abortion thing. Abortion. They say, you can abort kids. They're not, fetus is not life and this and that. How come it is that if a thief or a criminal shoots a pregnant woman and kills her, or runs her over and kills her and the baby, he's charged with 2 murders?
Okay, I'll give you an answer. The answer is the law is faulty. He only killed 1 person. The baby is not a person.
No. They get charged with 2. Because
they get charged too, but it doesn't matter. It's the law.
I apologize for Michael have becoming a liberal libtard woman. This won't happen again. We're going to put him on drugs and for the next show.
Argument that you would have received if you brought that up. The fact that it's a law is not an ethical argument. That just means it's a law. Martin Luther.
No, I didn't say it's an ethical argument. I'm saying. I'm showing the difference.
Illegal in Nazi Germany
to kill a contrast.
It wasn't illegal in Nazi Germany to kill Jews.
Okay? No, I'm showing the contrast in government. Wait a minute, in government itself, in the so-called justice system. In other words, abortion is legal. So you can kill a fetus, it's legal. But if you kill a fetus while you're driving or committing a crime or something, accidentally, then you're charged with murder or manslaughter.
I'm telling you that
it doesn't make sense.
You can't use, in my opinion, you have a good argument in regards to saying that this is the way it's normally followed. But the fact of the matter is, if you're trying to prove above and beyond, I would say you have to step out and
I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just pointing out the, what do you call it?
The legal
the paradox. The paradox, let's say.
Well, it's before you create a paradox, you try to bring us to say this is the way the law is followed, okay? And you're going ahead and you're breaking the law by going ahead and not following these.
No. I am not saying you're breaking the law. I'm saying how come you're not breaking the law here, but you're breaking the law there, and the result really is the same thing. The fetus has been killed.
How about absolutism? There's some people that believe that once a woman has been impregnated, it doesn't matter for how long, that is a person, and that's all there is to it, and that person has the right to live. That's a black and white. Once you get pregnant, regardless.
Yes, but the abortion lobby will say, "Oh no! Until it's born, until it draws its first breath outside the womb, it's not life."
The other problem is that, regardless of your opinion, we have to share this country with a lot of other people. So there's going to be a compromise. Ultimately, nobody's going to be happy.
We've been compromising, yeah,
but
and you're right. Nobody's happy about it.
Not in Massachusetts. There's no compromise. So
Massachusetts is the People's Republic of Massachusetts has been a lost case for a long, long time.
Right, but fellow citizens live there. So the thing is that my view on it is that the medical society, the medical profession, has to step up and say, at this point, this is a human being. Okay. Now if let's say you're born, right? Let's say you're born, and we put you in a cocoon, like a Skinner box. You know what a Skinner box is, don't you?
No.
Skinner was a behaviorist, and he raised his children and kept them in the Skinner box, which is a plastic see-through box, and it was sterile, and that there was no real direct contact with the child except through these rubber gloves and stuff, right? So the thing is that a child. I mean, they're not really in the world yet. So the point is, when is a child? So if a child it doesn't exist until it's ejected from the mother. Okay, there's another problem. So if you go ahead and you say, okay, that's not a baby until it's outside of the mother's womb. Well, if it's outside of the mother's womb and she says kill it, and they kill it and it's breathing, that's also against their own statements. So the thing is that it's quite simple. If you have zero compassion, you're a machine, and you're going to basically make a decision like a machine. You're only concerned about what is the profit margin. If you're a human being and have feelings, okay, you will have compassion. And the compassion is where AI fails. It's also where these people fail. They have no compassion because they have no real empathy except when it suits their vanity.
I saw a video of one girl, a young woman, and she's yelling about how abortion is great and she loves abortion, and that I'm sure she exaggerated, but she said, I've had 45 abortions and I'm going to have more, and this and that. People like that, I'm sorry, that bitch should be put to sleep.
Well, certainly she should be sterilized. Why is she
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
First of all, if those abortions are being paid by the state, she should be charged for them.
Yeah. That's another problem. All right. I think we've finished it here. We've had some problems during the recording, but it says that the recording itself is okay.
Okay.
But we're going to finish this episode, and we will be back in a few days with 2 lofty learning lessons, not just parenthood, but also stress, which also ties into what we were talking about at the beginning of this program.
In your particular case, it's always relevant.
What?
In your particular case, it's always relevant.
Anyway, So we will have those two tongue-in-cheek episodes coming up shortly. And next week we have, in 2 weeks, we've got Dr. Malone and his wife, Jill. And that's it for today. We'll see you again next time on The View from Here, Behind Enemy Lines.
Behind Enemy Lines, yes.